Hey guys, today I want to talk about something that happened that kind of involves with me making a difference in someone's life. And to be completely honest with everyone here, this might not be the last time I do this. So this story is about something bad that happened and kind of good that I did to stop that bad thing from completely happening. And that happened like not even 9 months ago. It was right before this school year started. So yeah. Now before I say what happened, I just want you guys to know that I would do anything to prevent anything like this from happening, because I am overall a nice person and I try to be. And yeah, and I'll always be nice to whoever I talk to and be kind, because that's one important thing, especially if you're going to be mostly friends with girls like how I am like you would have to have like a nice calm voice like how I do right now. You know that. You guys know that I have a calm voice because we are talking right now. And yeah. Now, let me get on with the story. So what happened was, I'm just having a nice little walk, right? It wasn't in this neighborhood that I'm in right now, but it was at my other neighborhood, right? But what happened was, I'm just taking a walk, right? And my friend, so I saw my friend's enemy and her that got into a little bit of a little fight. And it got worse. And don't worry, that it doesn't stop there. It gets worse after what I'm about to tell you. So, what happened was, her enemy wanted to be in a relationship with her. And guys, don't do that, by the way. That's a bad thing to do. That's disgusting. Well, I probably shouldn't say that to some people who actually do, because some people do like that. But for me, I don't, and neither of my friends do either. But I'm just saying, just don't do that. But you can go ahead and do it if you want, if you would like to. But I'm just telling you, that will not do any good. Right? So what happened was, my friend's enemy wanted to be in a relationship with her, and what I mean by that is he wanted to start dating her, right? And of course, yeah, he was brave enough to ask her if she wanted to be in a relationship, and of course, she rejects him and says no, of course. And I would do the same thing, because of course I'm on the side of her. And yeah. And then that's where all the craziness starts to happen. They start arguing for a bit, just over him wanting to be in a relationship, which was bad, which is not a good thing to do. Don't do that. And then what happened next was my enemy started hurting my friend, right? And that's where it gets worse, right? And yeah, that was just a really bad thing. Yeah. Like, he was hurting my friend so hard. And yeah, luckily I was in the area, because when she was being hurt, I could hear, like, when I was walking by the neighborhood, I could hear her screaming at the top of her lungs, right? Just to try and get someone to save her. And luckily I was nearby, so I quickly ran to see what was happening, and I saw what was happening, right? I was witnessing what was happening, and yeah, I was seeing everything. And then, so without her enemy even seeing me or knowing that I'm by, I quickly run up to him and body slam him right on the hard sidewalk, right? And then I start to hurt him even harder than how he was hurting my friend, right? Because the thing is, that was a girl that he was hurting, right? And that's why I was hurting him even harder than how he did to my friend, right? So I was doing that. I body slammed him, I kicked him, I punched him, I scratched him. You name what I did to him, and you can ask me what I did to him any way you want, and I will definitely respond to you in that. Now, I'm not going to say where I did all that stuff, because that's something I can't repeat here on YouTube. It's a long story of me telling that. So before you ask, just please don't ask, because if you really want, if you want to know and you're about to ask me, it's a long story about where I was hurting him. And I don't want to say that here on YouTube, because I could get banned for that. And so could you. Anyone could. But, yeah. And then overall, yeah. And before you ask, I didn't hospitalize him, and that was a good thing, right? And the scratches weren't even that bad, right? I didn't even scratch him, I didn't scratch him, so fast. I didn't go like this. I went, really hard, I'm slow, like that. Because, yeah. Because the faster I do that, the bigger, the worse the scratch can get, right? And then that makes me start to feel, honestly, after what happened, her enemy started to feel guilt, right? Of course, you should, he needed to have some guilt about what he did, right? Because that was just really a bad thing for what he did. And being friends with a girl is a big responsibility, and I mean a really big responsibility. So, yeah, definitely don't hurt. So, not under any circumstances can you hurt a girl. No, it's one thing to hurt a girl. Now, I can't tell you the reason here on YouTube, because the reason is something that is just very offensive and stuff. Well, I shouldn't say offensive, but it is a really bad reason why it's one thing to hurt a girl. It is something that I can't repeat here on YouTube, but it is really bad. If you really want to know the reason why, you're going to have to socialize with me, because I can't repeat it on any apps or anything, because it could get me into a lot of trouble, right? And you shouldn't do that either, because that could get you into trouble too. And yeah, definitely don't hurt a girl. Just stand up for them. And after I was finished with her enemy, I quickly ran up to her and gave her a hug, because overall, that was just the right thing to do. I gave her a nice hug and everything. Yeah. She needed a lot of attention after what happened. And she was very lucky that I was in her sight, that I was in the area. And that's a good thing, right? So, yeah. Definitely don't do that stuff. And, yeah, you could get into a lot of trouble for it, too. And, in fact, don't hurt anyone, right? Because that is another thing that could get you into a lot of trouble. And, I'm being serious with everyone here. Do not hurt a girl. I'm being serious with that, too. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and do it and see what happens. You're going to get in big trouble. And I'm not kidding with you. Honestly, yeah. She was just so lucky that I was in the area to help her out. I was such a nice person. I'm just so nice. I'm nice to girls. I know what you think. I may be nice to girls and I'm not nice to boys. That is true. I'm not nice to my enemies, which of course are boys, and they're dudes or something. And I'm not a dude, right? Dudes are boys that like sports and are actually in a relationship with someone. And that's not me. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone. I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. I don't need to be dating someone just to be happy. And neither of my friends don't either. And neither of my friends do either. And that's probably a good thing. Well, for me. And especially don't try and have sex with him. That's even worse. thank goodness my enemy didn't ask that, because if he did, he would have had more he would have been more injured than how he was when I was hurting him, when I came back at him and got rid of him like that. That was just, I mean, I didn't want to have to, but there was no other way for me to get rid of him for my friend. And that was just like the right thing to do, just to help my friend and stand up for her. And yeah, I will always be there for my friends, and especially the one that especially my friend that got in trouble with her enemy. Well, not like trouble like she did something, like just trouble with being hurt by her enemy. I will always be there for her now. Like, she needed a lot of attention after that. And, of course, and if ever a girl is hurt or something, like if your friends or something are hurt by someone, or hurt or something, it's always a good idea to just offer them a hug or something. But not like dating or something, no. I mean, I don't mind hugs or high fives, but just nothing that has something to do with being in a relationship, no. I don't need to do that to be happy. And I'm never happy anyways. Well, I mean, the only time I'm ever happy is when I bust out laughing when I watch a funny video with my friend. Well, not the friend that I saved, but my other friend. Yeah, she was very lucky that I was in the area. Because if I wasn't in the area, then she would have been in a lot of trouble without me. And she is very lucky that I understand why it's a very, very bad, well, she's very lucky, very, very lucky that I understand that I can understand that it is one thing to hurt a girl. It is, and it always will be, right? It's because they can get more heartbroken, right? Yeah. I mean, with her enemy being heartbroken, it was heartbroken, and he cared very deeply. Like, if you know what I mean by that. Like, he ended up getting mad or something about it, and started to make things worse. And, yeah. And I definitely try to be nice to girls, and definitely try to help them any way you can. But, yeah. Any way you can help girls, do that. Like, help them pass tests or something. If there's a way that you can do that, do it that way. And I'm sure that they'll eventually want to become friends with you or something. Or if they want to be in a relationship with you, then just go ahead and do that. But you don't have to be in a relationship with them. And girls don't have to either. No one has to be in a relationship with someone. And no one has to love anyone. Like, that is something that I don't... just to make this more funny, I'm just gonna say that is something that I love to hate. And that's what my friends love to hate as well. That's just I know what you're thinking. That was kind of a not funny way, but I know that you guys are thinking that I was about to make you guys upset, but it is true. I do love to hate love. I mean, I do like to hate being in relationships with someone or something. I mean, I've never been, and I don't want to be, and I don't have to have a relationship with someone just to be happy, right? And I never have to be, and you guys don't never have to be either. Like, yeah. And from what my friend did, that was just a really good thing to do. Just reject him. Even though she did get into trouble, I was there for her. And now, no matter what happens, I'm here to protect her. Because overall, that's what I do in life. I protect some people. Well, I mean, I'm not a hero. I'm not sure if you guys would consider me a hero for that matter, but I'm definitely a really nice person, and I'm really grateful to my friend who I helped win the fight with her enemy. And yeah, And that is something that you would consider me as making a difference in someone's life as well. And you guys might even make a difference to in somebody's life as well. Everybody makes a difference in somebody else's life. Like I do, my friends do, everyone does. Your parents, your grandparents, your uncles, anyone in your family, any one of your friends, your family friends or something, they all make a difference in your life. And yeah. Either way, yeah, I just wanted to, I know the reason I made this video was because a lot of you have been asking me how, some other reasons on how I make differences in someone's life. And this is another way on how I make a difference in somebody's life. Yeah. So now you know now you know me a little bit better on how grateful I am. And I'm going to continue to be that way. I'm going to continue to be kind and act and speak calmly, because that's how I am right now. So, yeah. We'll see you guys next time. In the next video. I will catch you guys in the next video. And, yeah, I hope you guys understand why it's a really bad thing to hurt a girl. You guys probably don't understand yet. You have to socialize with me so I can tell you the reason, because I can't repeat it here on YouTube or anything like that. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for doing this stuff. I hope you guys understand now how nice I am, and I'm going to continue to be that way. I hope you understand that you don't have to be in a relationship with someone. And, yeah. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Morris Carlson.